Hi, this is Chris, and I am recording a new Q&A from the Andromeda Collective, The Voice, through automatic writing. And this is for the newly awakened. The question is, why are relationships so hard on Earth? And their response. We can say that relationships are hard because they are a reflection of you, what you are projecting outwards to reflect on inwards. Relationships can be a challenge when there are so many perspectives and ideas that individuals have regarding life in general and the way they will go about living. Souls have forgotten and expect one to live in accordance to their own belief systems, and this can cause dissonance. Relationships are meant to remember love, cooperation, and companionship. The energetic concept of a relationship can fall apart when the ego-based thinking comes into play, where one believes the other should be treated by the way one believes. A person can assume the other knows the needs of one when communication can fall short. The relationship for the soul is very important because it comes from many lifetimes of connection and ancestry that carry on spiritually and physically. This is the point of how creation is formed. Without relationship, how can creation of the human species occur? Now, there are many other species that co-create in other ways, yet still do have family, and it is all included in community. We will stick with the soul and the human species to say that all is a part of the soul's evolution, and what we see in another is really only a reflection of ourselves. This is a very broad statement with many components to it. The question that is asked is, why are they so hard? And it is simple for the same reason. The soul's evolution. The beliefs of the society on earth are very different from your true home. Marriage is the union of two souls that have planned their lives even before incarnation. You may find partners in your life experience to none, but there will always be someone that co-created an experience of remembrance in each soul's lifetime. You may believe that you have a partner in your life and then experience none to feel the aloneness, although many misplace that with loneliness. Yet you may meet the one you plan to co-create with, and during all these experiences, they can become great opportunities. It is suggested to learn much about yourself before making such commitments. The free will gets mixed up and fluctuates all along the path of your journey to find what you believe is missing from you that will be found in another, because these souls forget all they long for is within them, and that their true home and family is a short lifetime away. There's usually not one soulmate for a lifetime for all who incarnate, as all relationships are a part of the same tree, such as the trunk, branches, and leaves. In some circumstances, you will meet the significant one that planned to meet with you to be of service. There will be souls that will be much more closer, as in the significant other, a soul who can be one that incarnated in many lifetimes with you, or even in less circumstances, the other major half of you. When one comes in, they face challenges in this stage of a transitional world because of the lack of memory, and one learns to remember who they are. They rise up their consciousness. It opens up and elevates the soul to the higher densities. When this occurs, the soul remembers its multidimensionality, and this means freedom. This freedom is the sense that there is no thing, nothing, blocking one soul to move through the higher or lower dimensions. It is like earning your wings, so to speak. This is the greater awareness a soul seeks when it plans to incarnate on earth, and to the group soul, this is a chance of freedom as well. Friends come and go, just like when you are in alignment and when you come out of alignment. This really is a natural cycle. At the same time, you may find that friends are very connected to you, and you feel that pull to work through the fluctuation of your ups and downs. If you read this from an energetic standpoint, the way we can see it, it is really about the soul connection, that love that aligns you, and what can occur is the path one is on. The soul can move through experiences that elevate or even descend one's level of growth, and they may not even feel the connection or that need. This is an emotional response, and this can always be measured. The love, however, will always remain from a soul's perspective, yet that does not mean one needs to be in each other's life experiences. At the same time, friends can be closer to you than your own physical blood family. They are an integral part of the soul's growth, relationships, in many planetary systems. Relationships are the number one way to learn about yourself through the projection of the mirror image through each other. You will get the opportunities to learn in this way and expand the consciousness of all concerned, including Source Creator. We can say that the relationship, according to the law of one, is what elevates you to a higher frequency in your learning and growth when you incarnate on Earth. Many things occur in the relationship with others. For one, you come from a group soul, and there is no disconnection when it comes to the group energy. All are one and a part of you that will fractalize into different identities to learn, as you all come back to correlate what you learned back into one. This is how the soul grows exponentially and in a faster way, so to speak, in linear terms, when the group fractalizes and incarnates to learn lessons as individualized souls. When the group soul decides to learn individually, which we speak about very limiting terms here for the sake of your time in the Q&A, the group soul can become much more expanded and elevated in their frequency when they do this together. The animal kingdom does something similar. So when one connects again with a soul who is a member of the group, you have already planned out the map of lessons you can learn with many different intersection points or choice points along the way. You will know when the lessons are learned when the energy begins to wane. You will feel there is no need to engage in earthly experiences. Now, many things can happen, and of course you know that one can enter into an abusive environment or where something happens like a tragic situation, or even just opposites in belief systems, race, or different backgrounds. There is no mistake, for these are the most limiting examples because there are many for one to look at the other through the mirror. Now, the mirror, as we have discussed this before, is misconstrued at times for the fact that many use this term without really understanding its meaning. The mirror is a reflection of perceptions that one sees through the other. It does not necessarily mean that one has to reflect on the same thing the other does in order to learn the lesson, because no two will ever see the same thing exactly. There are even deeper components that coincide with this that most are not aware of. For what one sees in their relationship is actually happening in the moment by the perception of the thoughts or beliefs. For example, if you are seeing something through the other, such as judgment, you're in that instant being judged, or should have the understanding that you will feel what it's like to also be judged. There can be experiences which a soul may need to utilize this, coming from a higher perspective on the soul level, to use this judgment to certainly make the other aware of themselves. Because sometimes the other cannot see the reflection without the other. So a negative experience in the mirror is equally affecting the other in a similar way. Of course, for a higher and greater purpose. At the same time, there must be the awareness of the intention. Otherwise, judging someone without a higher intention for the good of all is futile. Now, we can conclude with the short answer of this, that relationships serve a very greater purpose for the evolution of the soul, even if they appear to be hard work or even painful. Remember who you are, and that love is the unbreakable cord.